It's YouTube, babies. So last week we did all of our picks, but we Knucklehead Casey forgot to ask who do you think's coming out the East. I already know your answer for it, but who do you think's coming out the East this time?
It's the Milwaukee Bucks, baby.
Okay, man. Team known for choking, gonna finally swallow, I guess. And then who's gonna come out the West? Because I'm going Cavs coming out the East. Think it's gonna be Cavs or Knicks, but I'm going Cavs.
The West. I don't want to say the Thunder. I'm going to say Denver.
I'm going Nuggets too. And I think Nuggets are taking it all. You think the Bucks?
hmm
All right, man. That'll be surprising. If it happens, I'm gonna buy you a Doc Rivers San Antonio Spurs jersey. I don't know what
Not
other basketball
not
teams he
a
played for.
not a jersey for my team, but
No, but for the coach. So you can be like, oh yeah, Doc Rivers, my favorite.
how about instead one of those cool 90s purple jerseys with the swooping deer up the side?
Ooh, I'll get you a Tony Snell one of those.
I'll know it's a fake because they did not do that
Yeah.
jersey.
They only did that
Sometimes
like
they do the throwbacks, but not often.
it feels like they only did that jersey for like 3 years, you
Oh yeah,
know?
it was not long ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's fucking awesome.
It's better than Cream City, that's for sure.
hmm
I don't know who came up with Cream City and Sacktown, but boy, both are terrible.
Yeah, and they love to use them all the time.
Yeah,
Cream City's back this year.
yeah, and it's like the color's good, but calling it Cream City
Yeah.
is rough, especially when you have Giannis, who is a child, and he's like, I'm taking my wife to Cream City tonight. Ha ha, coming.
Boy, that was a really good Giannis impression.
I mean, I've been working on
Yeah.
it.
I think I don't know if it's next weekend or the weekend after we get football back.
Oh, what's your opinions on because I don't know who this guy anything about this guy, but the Dallas Cowboys trading a player that's supposed to be really good to the
Micah
to your
Parsons.
Packers?
Yeah. I mean, he's really good. I don't know that he is highest paid and non-quarterback good,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. They got like a player and two picks for him. I don't really know what the deal was there, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. It does suck that it goes to our big rivals, but what can you do?
Yeah, it's just the more like the little bits of stuff I hear from about football. It sounds like your division is the worst one to be in.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. I don't know. See, last year the Vikings were really good until the playoffs.
hmm
And because they choked in the playoffs, everybody was like, ah, fuck Sam Darnold, the second string quarterback that carried us all the way here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he went somewhere else in the
Oh
offseason. And
shit.
I'm just like, you guys are fucking dumb in my opinion, but whatever. Maybe it'll work out for him and their healthy first stringer being back will work out. But yeah, we'll see. They're the only ones I'm not too sure of. But the Lions could be good, but it's like their offensive coordinator that called all those plays is now the Bears head coach. So it's like, are they still going to be that good with someone else calling? Who
Yeah.
knows? And Green Bay probably going to be solid, definitely improved getting Micah Parsons. Um, they always give us trouble just because it's a rivalry, but I truly think that we're going to be the better team. Some the early predictions from like the ESPN staff or whatever think the Bears are going to go 12-5. I don't know if they'll be quite that good, But if they even make the wild card for the playoffs, I'll be thrilled. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Man, the way the football playoff shit works, it's just wild to me. It's like y'all take division stuff too seriously, you know? Like it should just be the best teams,
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's something that's debated all the time, but what can you do?
right? I mean, we can make the rules,
It's true.
start our own league, be like, hey, NFL players, why don't you come over here and play?
So
Sure,
here's
we don't have any money, but you know.
here's a question though. So I saw where the WNBA might be doing a lockout. I mean, couldn't that sink their league?
I mean, more than likely. Like it's like they don't make money, like the league doesn't make money and they're wanting the fucking oh, what is it? Profit sharing or whatever. And it's like, what profit?
Yeah.
So it's just
It's
dumb.
like it could get to that point, but you guys,
Or beating the shit out of the fucking one that's making you the most money.
yeah, I'll say the ones, because Sophie Cunningham, you know,
hmm
is out as well with an injury. So yeah, I don't know. Wild times.
Yeah. And then like, I don't know. Every time Kelsey Plum opens her mouth, I'm like, boy, I don't like you.
I don't like her either.
Like, but for a while, I was like, oh yeah, she's funny. She seems so quirky and fun. And then then she just started talking here lately. I'm like, boy, they should pay you less to play a game.
Yeah, she seems mean. She
Yeah,
apparently doesn't like having fans.
yeah.
It's just like she's got that horrendously cringe popcorn video or
Oh,
that
so
clip.
quirky.
It's just like, yeah, every time something else comes out, I'm like, yeah, I do not fuck with you, Kelsey Plum.
Yeah.
But
Sophie Cunningham though, all day, every day.
yeah.
Like even if she wasn't just a bombshell, she
hmm
just like I'll see stuff with her. I'm like, I just like this girl.
Yep. Yep. Her getting that sweet, sweet revenge on Caitlin Clark that game. Everybody was rooting for sure.
And like I saw a video where she got like apparently this she went did like a thing for kids with cancer, went to this kid, saw him in the hospital, which is like, boy, make a wish, like step up your game, at least get an NBA player. But she she goes and talks to the kid, and the kid's like, hey, I want you to have this cross that I have. And she's like, I'm never gonna take it off. I'll wear it at every game. And they're like, and so then the WNBA is like, you can't wear that at these games. And she's like, I said I'm gonna do it. So they're like, well, we're fining you. She's like, okay. And so she just has to pay the fine every game, but she still wears it. So I'm like, good on you, dude.
That is pretty awesome. I had not seen that.
Yeah, for like a
Uh,
hot second, because after she grabbed that girl for hitting Caitlyn, like I liked that video. So like my feed was a lot of Sophie Cunningham stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll watch another Sophie Cunningham video.
yeah. She pops up on TikTok all the time just doing like a silly little dance or something. And I'm like, man, like you said, she is just a bombshell, but she also seems fun and not like Kelsey Plum quirky fun.
I think it is funny though. Like since I don't none of her stuff like directly pops up, but I'll find like sports related things will like report on her like her stuff, and it'll be like her posing in a bikini with the other blonde girl on the team, and it'll just be like Caitlin Clark responds to their post, and it'll just be Caitlin Clark, get in the gym.
Yeah. Work on your free throws,
Yeah,
shit like that. Yeah, it's super funny. All right. Shall we?
that's shall.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Hugo boss to my Taylor Fritz. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you? Hugo Boss and Taylor Fritz. I know him, but I can't place him.
Well, Hugo Boss is a brand,
Ah, okay.
and Taylor Fritz is my favorite tennis player who just finished up a match at the U.S. Open. So
How's he doing at the US Open?
he's through the next round. He's won every match so far.
We should have done Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey since, you know, she's gonna be changing her name soon to Taylor Kelsey,
I think he's going to change his name,
probably.
Travis Swift. Nah, there's only one Taylor in my mind right
Wapner.
now. Yeah. So, all right.
Well, who's the Taylor? Is it Lautner or is there a different one?
No, Fritz.
Oh, okay.
News time, baby. Think
All
you.
right.
Oh no, we each have three. You go ahead,
Yeah.
man.
All right, buddy. So, I'll start with this because it's the one I will care the least about. Mortal Kombat 2 has been delayed to May 15th, 2026. So you still have time to watch the first one, bud.
Oh, that okay. So is that different from the Johnny Cage movie with
No, it's the same thing.
oh, that is that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just they're kind of like I think they're the way that made it seems like they're like, oh yeah, we should have made a more of a focus on the characters people actually care about instead of our own original character like we did the last movie. So they're going all in on Johnny Cage, it looks like.
Cool. Well, I hope it does well because I love Carl Urban.
Yep.
Um, Marvel is going to be doing a Muppets variant month. Yes, I will be getting one of all of them.
Nice. Which I saw them like because I saw this on Facebook and I forgot to post it because it was late at night. But which one are you most excited about?
The one that parodies Silver Surfer 4. Um, it's Kermit and who's the other one? Yeah, so Kermit is Thor going back with the hammer,
Okay.
and Gonzo is Surfer coming
Now,
down at him.
do you have that issue?
Yes, it is a horrible copy.
Oh, okay.
Horrible copy. And I've got uh there's a series in the I think late 80s called Marvel or Fantasy Masterpieces that just reprinted all of the first series of Silver Surfer. So I've got Fantasy Masterpieces number 4, which is just a replica of that book, and that's in like
Yeah.
pretty good shape. But yeah, one of these days, if I can find a decent copy that won't cost an arm and a leg, I will upgrade my copy.
Nice.
So
All right.
there's
So,
sorry, one other one I wanted to talk about. There was one that's you know that Wolverine cover where he's doing this and doing and this
yeah.
with the other finger. Well, it's Swedish Chef,
Yeah.
but he's got wooden spoons, and I just think that's funny because I
And
love the Swedish Chef.
I'll say Miss Piggy as Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet cover. That was
Mm-hmm.
probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
And then a Bunsen turning into Beaker or vice versa. I forget. As like an Incredible Hulk cover is a good one too.
Yes, yeah. It Beaker is turning into Bunsen.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all great. I'm a big fan of the Muppets, so I can't wait for that.
Let us know, guys, which one are you excited about, if any of them? Maybe you hate the Muppets. Maybe you're like,
Maybe you're robbed of
no,
all joy in life.
maybe I just want a Sesame Street Cookie Monster one. Thank you very much. Get me some Bert and Ernie up in this bitch already. Come on.
A sentence that has never been said before.
Okay, so you used to like the Injustice games, right?
Hmm.
Did you ever read the comics?
I read some of them.
Yeah. Well, we're getting an Injustice 3. It was revealed first by at like a convention because apparently someone was talking to like the voice of Superman, I think, at a convention, and he said something about wishing for, more of, and he's like, "Hey, well, I'm gonna be doing Injustice 3," and he's like, "What?" So gonna get more of that,
I wonder if
which,
Tom Taylor's writing that again.
oh, I hope not. Uh, did he write the games?
I think so.
All right, because I knew he
Let me
wrote
double check.
he wrote the second comic because I think Palmiotti wrote the first part of it, but. Yeah, so we're gonna get a third installment. I don't I don't know. I don't really know if we need it personally, but whatever. People are excited. Should
It
be
looks
fun.
like that he did at least do the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway. Um, yeah, there one of my favorite Hawkman moments is actually from an Injustice comic because I don't even remember the context, but they have to hold off Superman for a certain amount of time, and Hawkman's like, I'll do it. And he gets his fucking ass beat, but he does hold him off, like just
I
enough.
I'm just surprised Hawkman wasn't pro Superman, like was on Superman's side.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't remember the context, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he had a mace and the head was made of kryptonite or something
Yeah.
cool like that. Because those games are all about stupid fun shit like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So anyway, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah. I just like I said, I just figured he would have been like, oh, the side that's okay with killing bad guys? Yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
Right. Um, okay. Since we were a little light on the news, I thought I'd list the national bestsellers uh, list for the week, the top 10.
Okay.
10, we've got Imperial War, Planet She-Hulk, number one.
Oh.
Number 9 was Doomed 2099. 8 was Justice League Unlimited. 7, X-Men 21. 6, Death of the Silver Surfer for some reason. 5, Mortal Thor number 1. 4 was Immortal Legend Batman number 1. Kind of surprised that wasn't higher, if I'm honest. Number 3, Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6. 2 was Ultimate Spider-Man number 20. And then number 1 was Absolute Wonder Woman number 11.
I only read two on that list.
I read one, two, three. I read four. I didn't get to Wonder Woman, but
Oh, damn.
I know we got a kitten, and that's taken up a lot more time than I thought. So
Yeah.
that's okay. He's cute and he's worth it. So yeah.
Well, any of those you not excited that you're surprised about?
Mm, yeah, I'm surprised that number one was Wonder Woman, but in a good way. I'm
Yeah.
glad because I love
Yeah.
that book.
I'm surprised. Like I hear people on like Twitter and stuff talk about the Martian Manhunter book. I'm surprised
Hmm.
that one's that high too, because it's like, dang well a Martian Manhunter book that was an absolute would not be on that list.
Yeah. Well, I kind of fell off that book, not because it was bad, I was just selling out.
Yeah.
But what I read, I really liked. It was one of those like, this is really fucking weird, but in the best way. So I'll have to
Yeah.
read the trade when it comes out.
And then the last bit of news is kind of a two-parter. James Gunn had said in a post or somewhere that Chris Pratt's not going to play Batman, which is like I like Chris Pratt. But that's a terrible choice if there was a fan out there that was wanting that to happen. No thanks.
Hmm.
And then Richardson, aka Reacher, said in a post he actually had a sit-down meeting with Gunn. Doesn't look like Batman's gonna happen for him, but it does look like something in DC is going to though. So don't know what, don't know when, but something. So hopefully it'll be
Hope it
something
does.
cool. Yeah, I like him.
I've said it before. He was a good hawk.
Yeah. And he was also in Blue Mountain State.
Well, I
And I think
didn't
you
watch
watched
that
that
show.
show. Oh,
Nope.
I thought you did.
Nope. I know that was kind of like his big break or whatever, but It's
it's funny seeing clips of him in that show because like I never watched it, but I'll see clips because my algorithm, and it's always funny seeing him because like he's smaller, but he's such an idiot in that show, and I'm like, Reacher, what are you doing?
yeah. I feel like he's kind of an idiot as Hawk too, but that's kind of the point of Hawk, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, here's my question then. Who would you want him to play if not Batman?
I mean, the first name that comes to mind, and this isn't a good choice because it's also like I think Sylvester Stallone should play him, but I think Wildcat was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, okay.
But I think Sylvester Stallone should play him. They should go old and have it be like, oh yeah, look at this, Sylvester Stallone's Wildcat because he was Rocky. You get it? You know, like that
And he's
type of
already
thing.
good with gun.
Yeah,
He was
I
in Guardians, so
Guardians and the Suicide Squad. Like Gunn told that story how he got him. He's like, hey, I want you to do this stupid thing in this movie. He's like, I don't want to talk a lot. It's like, you don't have to. He's like, perfect.
I forget who was he in Suicide
He was
Squad.
the shark.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, yeah, he says two lines and you can't fucking understand it. So
Right?
I think he would be such a good Hawkman.
Yeah.
I think he'd be so good as Hawkman. You just need a big jack dude that can have two leather straps across his chest
Though I
and
will say, he's not
huh,
hairy enough.
maybe they shave him. We don't know.
Yeah. They probably do for Reacher, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
needs he needs that fluff on his chest.
All right. Speaking of Hawkman, my last bit of news, we found out who the 32 competitors are in DCKO. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
After looking at the list, I was like, boy, it's pretty fucking obvious which of these five of the 32 would win this, but I'm sure there's going to be something where they're all like equal in power or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. We've got Power Girl, Superman, Lex Luthor, Supergirl, Robin, uh, Damian, Batman, Red Hood, Batwoman, Plastic Man, Aquaman, Harley, Lobo, Metamorpho, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Firestorm, Black Lightning, Guy Gardner, Giganta, Captain Atom, Jay Garrick, Cheetah, Cyborg, Big Barda, Connor Hawk, Star Sapphire, Vixen, Zatanna, King Shark, Hawkman, Etrigan, and I assume Starro, but maybe Jarro or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's the list.
Okay. Yeah. Power Girl and Superman are a little bit outclassing most of the others.
Yeah, Power Girl, Superman, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Barda. It's
Yeah.
like
It's like
one.
I see an argument made if you want to for Lobo and Plastic Man,
Mhm.
but that's it. It's
Even
like what
Etrigan
oh
or
yeah, Etrigan, I
Zatanna
forgot.
with their magic, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if it were written, they would have Zatanna beat Etrigan. But if you think about it, he's magic. He's got magical fire. He would tear stuff to shreds. He should be the top magic
Yeah.
character from that list. So,
Yeah.
and Barda, if they just let her go crazy, not holding back, she would mop the floor with most of the people on this list.
Yeah.
So,
That's not named Wonder Woman Super or Supergirl. I mean, Power Girl's one of those ones where I'm like, I'm not seeing enough of her actual fighting skills. Like you could make an argument to me and be like, ah, Barda beats Power Girl because even though Power Girl's way stronger and blah blah blah, Barda's just better at fighting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna believe you, but
mhm.
the other two, I'm like, ah, I don't buy that.
Yeah, I think a lot of these are just there so that you can see somebody win a fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like Connor, Robin, Red Hood, Batwoman, Harley. Black Lightning, I don't think is that good of a fighter.
yeah. I mean, he should be like he should have Batman training. You know what I mean?
Well,
Since he was
true,
a
he was on the
yeah,
Outsiders.
so he should have like good enough to get by. but it's like it's still he shouldn't be on the level of Batgirl or Connor or maybe Batwoman's level because I don't think Batwoman has much in the way of formal training that I can.
Right.
I mean, I've not read a lot of hers though, so
I feel like at some point she had Richard Dragon training. I could be
really,
wrong
okay.
though. I could be wrong. But anyway, no matter what, I think that's going to be a fun
Hmm.
book, um, based on the creative team. So we'll see what happens. But
When we start reading it, we need to take a guess on who we think's gonna win it all, and we'll both write it down, and we'll do like we do with the NBA.
I was just about to ask you that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, at first glance, I feel like it would have to be Superman, but
yeah. Partially lean into Harley because of stupid things.
true. I wanna save my final answer for when we find out if they are all like on equal footing or not.
Yeah,
So anyway,
that's come out like November, right?
yes, that sounds right.
Or
All right, what'd you read, man?
so I read Detective Kaiju #2 from the pages of Quested, Mothra, Queen of the Monsters issue 5, Runaways issue 3, Death of the Silver Surfer issue 3, Green Lantern 26, The Thing #4 with a Todd Knock variant.
You're
Todd
welcome.
Knock, another one of those guys that just draws comic book stuff really well. Like I was talking about Ed McGuinness the other day. He's another one of those guys. The Invisible Man issue
And
1.
he's nice as hell.
Oh yeah, no, he is the nicest person you'll meet at a convention. And that's saying something because a lot of them are really nice.
Hmm.
The Incredible Hulk issue 28, Justice League Unlimited issue 10, Minor Arcana issue 10, and Superman issue 29. What about you?
I do want to say, by the way, I know Detective Kaiju is whatever, but I ordered all 4 issues at the same time, so
Oh,
you're
okay.
you're just gonna have to read the whole thing.
All right. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I just don't like when I see stuff requested, like at the end of this, I'm like, Jake should just fucking read Quested. This looks like something he'd like.
Yeah. Well, I think the initially when it came out, because I had picked up the first issue because they did like a Legend of Zelda themed variant
Oh,
for
okay.
it. And I read it and I was like, this is okay, but it just kind of feels like I Hate Fairyland.
Oh, I gotcha.
So maybe I'll just pick up the trade and
Yeah,
see.
because they've been like they advertise in this one, the second trade is out
Mm,
now and that type of stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
this does look like something Jake would have fun reading.
yeah, for
What'd
sure.
you read, man?
I read Immortal Legend Batman #1, The Pale Knight #4, Justice League Unlimited #10, Minor Arcana #10, Superman 29, The Mortal Thor #1, X-Men 21, and The Incredible Hulk 28.
All right, I got three more than you if I listened correctly. I was trying to get everything set up, so I'll just go first with Detective Kaiju from the pages of Quested by Michael Calero, art by Kit Walls. And again, this is just fun. We kind of get, I guess, I'm guessing like I don't know shit about Detective Kaiju, but we're getting more of his backstory and all that type of stuff and stuff about his friend that died, and he's trying to figure that out and whatnot. It's good. I'm interested in the next issue. Like it's solid enough. It's good enough. I'm gonna go probably like a 7.5.
And it's got a
And
cool variant nod to
yeah,
the animated series.
yep. And I'll do it real quick.
Yeah, pretty
You
cool.
get anyone else reading that, or is you just buy one copy each?
I just got one for you.
I gotcha. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay, so next up, it's Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, issue 5 by Sophie Campbell and Matt Frank on the art. Story's kind of a mess, and the art's kind of a mess. This book is just a fucking mess. Uh, like it's just sloppy art because so the Mothra's fighting Megaguirus, and it's just kind of like look all this fighting. It's close-ups, that type of shit. Not really feeling it. And then they cry a bunch and cry to Mothra and Antra and it's like, hey, we cried hard enough. Mothra won. It's like, yay! Everything's destroyed. If you can't tell, Didn't really like it. The story wasn't very good, and Matt Frank's art's not so good. Um,
He's the one you don't really care for at all, right?
I don't really care much for him. Like it's just one of those things too. Like he did a pretty solid book back in the day, but like this is just too much close-ups on shit. It doesn't look good. It's just, like I said, it's just a sloppy mess. So I'm probably gonna go like a 4.5. It's on the lower end of Godzilla books. It's still better than like, I would still read this over Godzilla versus Boston.
Where are you at on it's like James Stokey or whatever?
Oh,
I
dude, I
think
love him.
okay. I
I
think
know
he
you
did
weren't.
Godzilla in Hell.
No, he did Godzilla 100 Year War.
100 Year War, that's right.
Godzilla in Hell, I don't remember who wrote it, but they would have different artists for each like ring of hell,
Yeah.
and so stuff would get kind of cool. But that one's okay. I think that one's kind of overrated, but because like anytime anyone talks Godzilla comics to me, they'll talk about that one. I'm like, well, yeah, it's okay,
Yeah.
but but yeah. Um, I know you were not the biggest fan of James because he did it was some artwork in Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight. It was the stuff when they were outer space as like werewolves or whatever.
Yes. I've come to appreciate him a little more in recent years, like with Riley Rossmo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Your
think
your
if you
your taste changes when with different shit, you
and
know.
and I will say too, like that was a poor choice in my opinion, even as someone that likes him a lot. It was kind of a poor choice for his strengths. Like if you looked at his Godzilla, I think you would be like, yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Hmm.
But that was kind of it's like I don't know, dog people just aren't his strength apparently.
Yeah. And I like the stuff he did. You remember when we were really digging Batman before the Joker War and Ghostmaker and that kid. What was that kid? It's like Ghost
Oh,
Hunter or something, wasn't
it
it?
was like Joker Hunter or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like all of his stories James was doing, and I was like, yeah, shitty Gotham City with this kid just beating up punks, like it works here.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. So maybe it's just if he does a werewolf by night, skip
yeah, for
it.
sure. All right, you want me to do one? Or are you gonna
Yeah, I'll
do
let you
another
do
one?
one.
Okay.
I think now it'd be safe just to do back and forth now.
Okay. The Mortal Thor #1 by Al Ewing and Pascal Ferry. So I was actually behind on Immortal Thor, and I had to binge like the last four issues
Oh,
this week
damn.
before I read this. And at the end, Thor basically had to sacrifice himself for a spell that Loki did to stop like what they called the Utgar Norse gods. And in this, Thor just kind of wakes up as a regular dude. He has like an apartment and not all of his memories. And he just wakes up and he's like, I found a job listing on this telephone pole. I'm going to go see if I can get a job. And turns out it's for some shady shit with Roxxon. And they're basically looking for strike busters. And Thor was like, well, he's going by, Sigurd Jarlson, like in the old
Yeah.
days. And he's like, this doesn't sound right. I don't want to take work from honest people. I'm not doing it. And the other people that showed up to the meeting are like, yeah, that does sound kind of fucked up. We're out of here. And it pisses off the Roxxon guys. So they send some thugs after him to, rough him up in an alley. And he pulls out his hammer. And it's not Mjolnir, but it's like a stylized, smaller hammer.
Hmm.
And completely fucks these guys up. Like you see their skulls cave in and stuff like
Damn.
that. Like it's
Nice.
very brutal.
Yeah.
And all this happens during like a lightning storm. And he leaves one, I'll say alive, because I don't think the others could possibly live. The guy's like, who the hell are you? And he's like, "Tell your friends that Thor's coming," and that's how it ends. So I don't know. Maybe he does have all of his memory, or maybe this lightning storm kick-started his memories. But
Bashing in
it
someone's
was
skull kickstarted his memory.
yes. And I'll show the A cover again just because I think Alex Ross killed it.
Yep. Dude, those covers for like the next issue too, even though it's just the hammer, looks awesome. Like
Yes.
I don't know what the deal is with them looking so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like that there's no reason for that to look as cool as it does. Really, but
Yep.
it really does. I will
Yeah.
say that's like a blacksmith hammer. Got some of
Yes.
those got
Yes, it
some of those on the
is.
old farm.
Because I think he thought he was going for just a construction job. So
I gotcha.
definitely blacksmith
He's
hammer.
like, is this a BYOH or you have your own here?
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it like an 8.5, which I think for a first issue is pretty strong.
Yeah. Did you like the four issues you had to kind of binge read too?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Al Ewing really is leaning into the mythology side, which I'm all about.
Yeah.
And and I read the letters page in the back of this, and he said that his Thor story is 3 acts. And so this Mortal Thor is Act 2. So
So I'm assuming Act 3 will probably be like him getting his powers back.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm here for it though. I've
Yeah.
liked everything.
So next up, it's Runaways issue 3 by Raymond Rowell and Roberta Ingranata on the art. So we get some Alex is there and Carolina's there, at the old hideout. And Alex is like, I've been watching them, and Carolina's like, I still don't really like that because I don't like you. You're not a good person. And he's like, well, you want to come with me to find him? She's like, sure. And so then they go off to try to find them because he's tracking their cell phones. And then like Nico is trying to learn how to use her magic powers and stuff, and all that stuff's going on. Chase is kind of being a little sulky. Like that's the main problem with this book. It's like, yeah, if I was younger, I'd probably enjoy the teenage angst a lot more. But now that I'm a 30-year-old, I'm like, this is a lot of teenage angst. Why didn't these characters grow up when I grew up? Come on. So I mean, it's still good. I mean, like, the main thing with this book is like these characters do feel like they've progressed since Brian K. Vaughan wrote them, but they still feel the same as they did then, if that makes sense. Like it's like everything feels natural that the way they've changed, but they're still the same. We don't always get that with books. So for that alone, and the art's solid. But yeah, for that alone, I'm gonna give this book like a low 8. So it's like really close to 7.5, but I'm still keeping it at an 8.
I have had since this one started back up in particular, a handful of young people that don't have a poll but come in every month just for that book.
Nice. Dude, like it's crazy. When I was at C2E2 and I got Rainbow to sign the first issue of that, she had so many damn fans that had no clue that she was writing Marvel books. And so
Yeah, I
then I
guess
had,
she's a big novel writer or something.
yeah, like young adult books out the ass, and they loved them. And I was like, oh, you should be reading her Runaways. It's really, really good. This is before She-Hulk. Now I would have probably been like, you're better off starting with She-Hulk and see if you like that, and then read Brian's Runaways and then jump into hers. Like skip everyone in between Brian and her because
Yeah,
it's really not necessary. It's not very good. But
yeah.
Brian is like kind of, necessary reading.
All right. I'll go with The Pale Knight, number 4. It's by Peter Milligan and Val Rodriguez. I won't spend too much time on this. Death brings back a plague maiden, and our main character, finds out where the guy he's supposed to kill is because she's seen him, and then he kills her to put her out of his misery. And the plague maiden gets buried for a second time by her village, and that's it. It's just cool. If you like
Yeah.
plague era stuff, you'll probably enjoy it. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Notes. All right. Next up, it is The Death of the Silver Surfer by Greg Pak with Sumit Kumar on the art. I dig the art. Um, so yeah, like this one, it's a lot more Fantastic Four in this one, which Greg Pak does a pretty solid job of writing the Fantastic Four. There's no like shitty moments of Silver Surfer on Earth this time, but it's a lot of it's dealing with like the bad guy trying to get Galactus's blood because it's got power and that type of stuff, and then they fight the bad girl, and then the blood starts doing stuff it shouldn't, and Silver Surfer's like, "You done fucked up," and that's kind of how it ends. He's trying to get her to listen to him, but she's really not wanting to. This is okay. It's still like it's one of those problems. This is like a problem Greg Pak does a lot, where he's like, "I'm gonna make my own character, and she's gonna be the main part," and it's like, do we need that? You know what I mean? It's like if this was just the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, and a bad guy, instead of like us focusing like 50% of the book focusing on this new character, it'd be a much better book.
Hmm.
So I'm at like a 6.5 with it. The art's good. I just don't really care about Greg's new character that he really cares about.
Sounds like I made an okay choice with dropping it after the
Yeah,
last one.
it's nothing. You're not missing a whole lot. Like it's still pretty good, but yeah, I didn't hate the last issue near as much as you did either, though.
Eh,
That
fair
one part
enough.
with those kids is so stupid, but it's also like, well, this is a book that came out a month ago, so I don't know why I'm still talking about it. But it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of on brand for the terrible humans in the Marvel universe because it's like mutants save our lives again. Fuck those weirdos. Every
Yeah.
chance we get. So like
Yep.
it's on brand at least.
Fair enough. All right, Immortal Legend Batman number one. It's by Kyle Higgins and who the fuck are the credits?
Might be at the end.
All right, it's written by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom with art by Erica Durso and Dan Mora. Um, it was pretty fun. Like we get some lore for Batman, Robin, and Nightwing, and how they're just immortal legends in this Elseworlds universe, and the mantle gets passed down over time to those that the masters deem worthy. Um, Other than that, it is Bruce Wayne as Batman, and he's hunting down like somebody that's an awful lot like Two Face meets Shadow Man or Shadow Thief. I mean,
Okay.
so it's pretty cool, and I don't know. It's just nice to be reading a pretty solid Kyle Higgins book. I like Elseworlds titles, so I'm definitely on board for the next one. Um, Here are his versions of the original Batman, Nightwing, and Robin, which I think are pretty cool.
That is cool looking.
Yeah. So, it's like, can you believe Kyle Higgins wrote Power Rangers not too long ago?
Right.
Absolutely. Um, but I like it. So I'm going to give it probably another eight, full of eights today.
Right on. He ate. Okay. So Green Lantern. And this is by Jeremy Adams with V. Kin Marion doing the art. The art's so. I don't love it, but it's fine. But they deal with all of those little oh the entities of the different, emotional spectrums. So it's like, oh, this is stuff Casey loves about the Green Lantern universe. And and then we also get a little bit of Kid Lantern stuff, which I'm like, oh, even more stuff Casey loves about this. But yeah, so they make a deal with them to get through the source wall, and they bust through, and yeah, they bust just all over the bad guys. Here's here's them busting all over them, and and so yeah, they then beat them up a little bit, and there's a little bit of like, oh, feeling these emotions, and then they are gonna follow them for the next issue. It's okay. It is what it is. It's still one of those things where it's like, boy, I wish I had known that that one Green Lantern book was necessary to the fucking story since everything revolves around what happened there, but whatever. Like you have two different Green Lantern books out, and then they're like, we're gonna make a third one just for one issue." Like that's fucking obnoxious as all hell.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's just it's like a bunch of shit that I don't care about. It's the main problem. And Jeremy doesn't really do much to make me like it more. And then the art is kind of mediocre, so I'm probably at a 6.
Okay. Do we have six Mewtwo's? No, five
No,
Mewtwo's?
just 4.
Oh, what didn't you read?
X-Men.
Oh, okay. X-Men 21 by Jed McKay and Netho Diaz. Um, after Beast was a dick to what is her name? The Bird Lady.
Old bird brain.
Yeah. She's not credited in the front like the other characters. Anyway,
It's because she don't got no soul. She's not a real X-Man.
easy kids from Death of Silver Surfer 2. Uh, she has a little moment with Quentin and which is actually pretty nice. Normally Quentin's a dick, but he was like, "Look, yeah, stuff sucks, but we're mutants and we're used to that. That's why we're all a family and you're one of us now."
It's like the
And
thing, like she walks up to Quentin. He's like, "Holy shit! Sorry, I'm just not used to seeing you yet."
right? Then Magic shows up and she's like, "Hey, I found the upstarts, which are that group of mutants they've been tussling with." And Quentin's like, "Well, what should we do? Scott's in jail." He's like, "So? I was in charge last time we fought him. I'm in charge now. Are you coming with me to kick their ass, yes or no?" And they're both like, "Okay, yeah, we're in." Um, so they go and kick their ass a lot more handedly this time, which is pretty cool. Bird Lady. Turns out she's not just a bird lady. She turns into a reptile lady in this one,
Hmm.
which is pretty fun. And one of the upstarts keeps making fun of Juggernaut and says he's soft now that he's a good guy. He's not the hard ass Juggernaut he used to be. And Juggernaut just beats the fuck out of him. Just beats the fuck out of
Nice.
him. So that's pretty funny. And it's the guy that looks like the, you know, knockoff Chewbacca.
Oh,
So
okay.
that makes it even funnier. Because at the end he just kind of slumps this guy down and he just looks like a wet dog. Um, yeah, and then at the end there's like a bit of a cliffhanger about a place that I have never heard of and don't know what it is. So
Yeah,
I'm sure it's pretty cool for longtime X-Men fans, but yeah, I liked it. It was just one big old fight, which was pretty cool. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
nice. All right, The Thing, issue 4 by Justin or Tony Fleeks and Justin Mason on the art. So yeah, there you get the Thing fighting old Juggernaut and all that stuff. Every chance she gets, the little kid cries, and this other guy shows up with it's Black Tom with his magic shillelagh, and he starts shooting Thing in the back. And so then basically the Thing just throws Black Tom, and the Juggernaut's like, "Hey, that's my friend," and he chases after to go get him. So that's how he beats him, and then he fights Moonstone for a little bit, and then he fights Rhino, and it looks like Hate Monger, and then the bear onesie guy. I don't know what's his name.
The bear
You can
onesie guy.
if you can see him there, right there.
Oh, isn't that like Ursa Major or something like
I
that?
thought Ursa Major was an actual full-on bear because he was on the Russian team that's the
Uh,
Avengers knockoff.
yeah, you're right. I don't know.
And then Red Ghost shows up with his super apes, and Ben and the kid keeps crying, so Ben's like, "I'm just gonna fucking run." And he runs off, tries to hide. Sinister Six shows up,
His
and
name is
then
Grizzly.
oh, okay, man, what a shitty character, am I right? It's like Rhino looks stupid enough, and Kingpin's talking to Hammerhead, like, this isn't really the best idea. But then the kid's about to get taken, and it's revealed she's got powers, and she blows up, and so that's how it ends. It's not bad. It's perfectly fine. Probably like a 7.5 for me.
I'll say this. I think Grizzly looks less lame than Rhino, personally.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's something about like Rhino still looks lame, but there's just something about being in a big furry suit with your face out versus like 'cause that's like way more like pajamas than what Rhino's wearing.
Yeah, well, I think all of the older versions of Grizzly that I'm seeing on Google, he looks way cooler than like the
Okay.
modern version.
Let us know, guys, who's cooler, Rhino or Grizzly?
Yep.
Leave a comment down below. Um, and then also, which one should me and Jake cosplay as? Let us know down below. So next up for me, because I think you're just Mewtwo's, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's The Invisible Man by James Tynion and Danny on the art. Not going to be reading any more of this. I know that right off the bat.
Really? With
Uh,
James Tynion?
yeah, I just didn't give a shit. That's the main problem. Like the art's solid, the story's whatever. I just didn't care. Did you watch the new Invisible Man that came out kind of recently
I've never watched
with
Invisible
Elizabeth
Man.
Moss? That one was okay, but it's also
I
like 'cause
don't
I
know
had
anything
seen
about him.
I like the first one I remember it was a scientist making this and he was kind of fucking crazy. And then like I guess it got like weirder and weirder as it went along because they you can only do so much with a scientist that, died in the first movie. So like I think by the third one he was like a spy for America against Russia or something. I'm like that sounds wild and it could be awesome.
Yeah.
But I remember watching the first one, Turner Classic Movies, and being like, oh, it's okay. Um, but yeah, this dude's like a psychopath that, doesn't like people really, but he likes his mice that he's turning, using all these chemicals on, he's turning it invisible. And he's like, that's kind of how it ends. He doesn't really, it starts with like in him doing a murder as an invisible man. And it's like, cut to, it's like, you wonder how I got here, choking this guy while I'm invisible.
Your
Well,
favorite thing.
yeah, let's cut back 2 weeks ago, that type of bullshit. So yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I'm at like probably a 6 for it. I'm like I said, not gonna check it out again. Really quick. So I saw my brother today and I was talking to him about that book and I asked him about this movie that I saw on like Stars like when not we were probably in middle school or high school. You and me, not me and him. We were never in high school at the same time. But it was called like Amazon Woman of the Moon. Have you ever heard of it? It's something like that.
No.
So basically it's just like this person watching TV and they're flipping through channels. And there's a part where like one of the movies that he flips to is the son of the Invisible Man, and it's like this guy, like he's talking to his friend. He's like, "I've finally found how to turn my dad's old thing. I've turned myself invisible." And it's like he's wearing like first off fucking like the same costume, but the glasses are like the fake glasses with the big nose instead of like. And so then like later on it like cuts away and then the dude changes back to this and like he's now like, I'm gonna show you. He starts taking off his stuff, and he's just a regular fucking guy underneath those bandages. He's just crazy, and he then starts running around naked at this party. He's like, I'm invisible. No one can see me. Isn't this frightening for you? Like that type of shit. It was so stupid.
Wow. Yeah, the cover of the movie looks like a real doozy.
It's a silly time. Watch that instead of reading this. That's all I'm gonna say.
All
Oh man, what order
right.
do you want to do our Mewtwo's in?
Oh, let's go Hulk, Minor Arcana, Superman, Justice League.
Alrighty, dude.
Incredible Hulk number 28 by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Adam Gorham on the art. What'd you think, dude?
Ah, that was okay. I don't know enough about like Brother Voodoo's lore for like why his brother's such a dick, but he just came off as such a douche in this.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Um, I'm more looking forward to the next one just because, you know, we see on that last page it looks like a hellscape with like giant bones and swords and shit. I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna fight something cool here.
Yeah, I wonder if that's actually Betty too.
Yeah, I'm guessing probably not, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm normally like pretty lukewarm on the guest artist, but I actually thought the art was pretty solid here.
Yep, I like the art. It was just kind of like the story was so-so for me.
Yep, I agree. It's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's where I'm feeling too. The really quick though, his fight with that Frankenstein's monster looking fucker was pretty awesome.
Mhm. I agree.
So I will say that for it. So next up, it's Minor Arcana issue 10 by written and illustrated by Jeff Lemire. This is kind of like a one-off story about this guy in prison, just going through his everyday life. What'd you think of that?
I actually thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I assume it's the main character's dad, right? It's the
That's what
same
I was
code,
thinking too. Yeah.
but I don't know, dude. This issue is just so Jeff Lemire, right?
Yep.
It's just a one-off story. Some kooky shit happens, some like heavy character moments happen, and then at the end you're just like, damn, that was pretty good, you know?
Yep. Yeah. 100%. It's a solid issue. The only downside is like it's another one of those things with this book where I'm like, are we gonna yeah, like the last couple issues, I was like, oh yeah, we're actually progressing the story. And then now it's just like I don't really need to progress the story anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind it because this is like one of those books that I thought would be over in 5 issues and it's
Yeah.
not. So I'm good with it.
Where are you at
And
with it though?
besides, I'm sure she's going to end up talking to her dad or whoever this is
Yeah.
later. So probably a 9, honestly.
Yeah, I'm feeling about an 8 probably.
All right. Superman number 29 by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. I'll show off my Tula Lote variant cover featuring Lois. It's
Oh,
very good.
nice. Hmm.
So, yeah, I thought this was pretty fucking good, honestly. I liked it. What'd you think?
I was okay with it. Superboy Prime, I know that's kind of his point, but he just gets on my fucking nerves. So,
Yeah.
I will say Dan Mora also, I love Dan Mora's art, but he made Superboy Prime look way too much like a twink and not enough like Superman.
I don't know.
But
I didn't really get that, but
you didn't get
that's all
the
right.
Twinkie vibes from Superboy Prime.
No, I thought he just looked like a younger Superman.
Oh, see, I got real twink vibes personally. This is gonna be the TwinkCast, isn't it?
I guess so.
Um, but no, and I did think it was kind of neat how like no one remembered Booster, and that's why I was like, because we had talked about that, after the whole thing happened. I'm like, why would they care about Booster? And then
Yeah.
this is kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, it's because no one remembers him. He's been forgotten.
Yeah, and I thought it was a really sad panel when he was like, I thought I just wasn't important enough. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah,
But I love seeing Dan Mora draw the Legion of Superheroes. I think it's super
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Um,
I was into it for the most part. Like the ending, I was, it's about what I expected.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I'm probably at, I liked it more than you did. Probably another 9.
I'm probably at an 8. I thought it was solid. The Booster Gold stuff was probably the best. And I bet you the next issue, Superman Twink is gonna save the day.
Yep. It's all a ruse because he was
Yep.
inspired by the speech.
And then last up, it's Justice League Unlimited by Mark Waid and also Dan Mora, who just doesn't sleep apparently.
Yep. Because the quality does not wane.
Nope. And then Time Trapper basically is dying. And we get like some talk. This was like my main problem with this book. It's like the way Superman is acting with Batman and Wonder Woman. and the way, like the way they're just acting in general just doesn't feel like them to me. Like Superman's getting way too, pissy about stuff, and Wonder Woman is like the cooler head on this whole thing. And then, Batman's being Batman, so that one's okay. But still, it just doesn't really, to me, it doesn't feel right. What do you think about that part?
Um, I don't know that I necessarily agree. I think it would have been, I do agree. I think it would have worked better if Wonder Woman was saying the shit Superman was saying, but I think I've just read enough books where they do this, where I'm just like,
Hmm.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
But as much as like Batman is such a douche, I did really like that he was just like, well, I'm gonna do this thing with Red Tornado anyway, because
Yeah.
that's just what he would do.
Yeah.
Um,
And
sorry, go ahead.
oh no, then we get like the time trappers dying and all that shit, and then cuts to Geoforce's home and the big apocalypse type fires coming up, and we get, I'm assuming it's gonna be one of your new favorite characters. The weird fire puppy just shows up.
Hideo or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a werewolf with chains and his head's on fire. What's not to like?
I'm just like, I
I
don't
had to
know if
look
this
him
was,
up because I was like, who the fuck is this character?
yeah, was he new
And
for this?
I don't think he was new for this, but Dan Mora has had drawn him with like two other characters that I believe are all Puerto Rican,
Oh, okay.
and they were part of like a Puerto Rican superhero team.
I gotcha.
I don't know if that was like is Dan Mora Puerto Rican, maybe?
I haven't, I think he must be, I think he's Hispanic of, some type of Hispanic descent, because I remember when we met
Sure.
him. So,
Maybe it was just Mark Wade letting Dan have some fun with like one of his characters or something.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I honestly really like this issue. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's just so much going on. That's really the only downside for me, because then you get Mr. Terrific talking to the um parademon, and the parademon's like, I'm pregnant and you're the father, and he like rips open it and letting his kids all out, and then Time Trapper's like messing up, but like Metamorpho can work on him, but then it's like revealed like, oh, the time thing is spreading all out, and then oh yeah, I forgot. I just, as I'm re-looking through it, I forgot about the giant hand coming from the lava.
Yeah, who do we think that is?
Beats me. And so yeah, then Mr. Terrific's sons are all attacking him, and times, like they're telling Rex to hurry up, and that's kind of how it ends. It's like, boy, shit and the fan are coming in contact with each other at the end of this issue.
Right. Okay. I misspoke. He is from Costa Rica.
Okay.
The This Cadeo, if that's how it's pronounced, is an original character of his that first appeared
Okay.
in their World's Finest number 21. I think that's about the time I stopped reading that book, so it makes sense
Okay.
I didn't see him before. Uh, so it's definitely just a character that he made, and Mark is like working into the story, which I think is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You gonna try to get that pick that now, since you have found a new favorite?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool just to own it. There was in the other two characters that show up when he first appear also look awesome. Let me,
That's always good when like a good artist can actually make a good character design, because like I've said before, Jim Lee, great artist, but boy, some of his character designs are just dog shit. Like
right.
impressively so.
So like, look at this guy that kind of looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Looks
Makes me
pretty
think like
sweet.
Spider-Man and Signal combined.
Exactly. And then there's the third character, this like cheetah looking lady.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
So like that's a pretty fucking solid first appearance panel.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anywho, this one's probably a 9.5. I think it is my pick of the week.
It's probably a nine for me. It's I guess my pick of the week too. Like I had stuff I liked this week, but nothing that really knocked the old socks off. So,
Yeah.
you know. But what are you excited about, man?
I'm not sure. I don't have access to that email because it's not officially released yet since we're doing
Oh,
this a
okay.
day early. So I'll let you
Well,
go.
yeah, so I will say
Hmm. The
I'm
only
not
one I
excited
can think
about.
of, Batman.
Oh, okay. So wait, what is going on with Batman? Because that's a new number one.
Yeah, Hush 2
When
keeps
are
getting delayed.
Oh, okay. Jim Lee was supposed to be done with that book by the time it was supposed to start.
I know.
Okay, so I'll say Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Jake's favorite that he's just chomping at the bit to get it on and trade. He's like hoping for a hardcover.
Yeah.
TMNT and JSA. I'm just gonna make Jake's picks too because I know JSA is on his list. Probably Magic because the
Mm.
cover has Magic fighting a dragon, which is like, yeah, you're hitting like 10 of Jake's buttons.
Yep, for sure.
The only other one that might for you would be the Doctor Strange because that's also like on my list of
Oh
ones where I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, that
yeah,
one's definitely
I
up there
want to
too.
check that out. But I think that Magic cover just won you over.
Yep, absolutely.
So I was just thinking about this the other day because I saw a commercial with Walton Goggins, and I really like him. I really liked him like just from Justified, but now like the internet loves him. And he was in a MCU movie way back in the day in like a couple scenes, wasted, just wasted. So I was just thinking, give me like the four worst actor usages in the MCU that you're just like, boy, you really used him for this, and you just can't use him again. I mean, now they can because of the multiverse bullshit, but for a while they couldn't.
Right. I think Christian Bale
Yep.
as Gore, like you have a fucking layup with that and they
hmm
blew it.
The clips
Um,
I've seen of him, it's at least like he fucking put in the work. Like his stuff looked pretty awesome. It just sounds like the rest of the movie wasn't.
yeah. No, he was good. It's just then
Like
they
that
had Thor and a bunch of fucking kids win.
Yeah, like that scene, because like the scene that's popped up a bunch on my feed is the scene where he kills his first god and he like loses his faith and all that stuff. Pretty awesome.
Yep, it totally is. Um, Another villain, Chris Eccleston,
I think
probably.
we're gonna mostly have villains on this list.
Yeah,
Because Eccleston was on my list because I hadn't seen the Bale one, so I couldn't really say that, but Eccleston's on my list too.
yeah. And again, I don't think he was bad, you
It's
know?
just they didn't write a good villain.
hmm Um, I'll say another villain, Mads Mikkelsen.
Never saw him, but I know everyone was like, you should have used him better.
Yeah. And I like that Doctor Strange movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
He just, you get Mads
Yeah.
Mikkelsen.
Should have
And
been Doctor
then
Doom.
you're right, he should have been. He would have been a good Doom. And then my last one, I'm gonna say, as much as I loved him in this role, yeah, Idris Elba.
hmm
It's like he was super cool as Heimdall, but now he's
Yeah.
dead and you can't really do anything bigger.
Yeah, it's like you have Idris Elba. You should let him be a bigger character than Heimdall. All due
Yeah,
respect to Heimdall.
sure.
So, Walton Goggins is top of my list. It's like even at the time, because he hadn't blown up, Justified was still a thing, and he was awesome in that show. And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make him Egghead in like two scenes in I think it was the second Ant-Man and like the Ant-Man and Wasp movie." And it's like, whew, boy, that's rough. And then Eccleston is another one for me that's just like, oh yeah. barely had him say anything. And
Yeah.
he's like a really charismatic dude.
Hmm.
And you just were like, no, not gonna let him do much. And then you kill him. So you don't even get to, see him again. And then like Mickey Rourke. It's like that character was all over the place with everything that they were doing with him. They didn't know what they wanted to do. And it just
I could not
made it a
stand
mess.
him or that movie. I thought it was bad.
I like the movie okay, but it's one of those things. And like while talking about that movie, I should have just gone with Sam Rockwell instead of Mickey Rourke
Oh
because Sam
yeah.
Rockwell is
Yeah.
like one of the best actors that's been in the MCU in my opinion. I love Sam Rockwell and it's just like, really? You're throwing him away on this? If you guys haven't seen Moon, check it out. He's really good in that movie.
I mean, they didn't kill off Justin Hammer, right? He could technically come
No,
back.
he's in prison, I think, with boyfriend now.
Okay.
And then in Iron Man 3, Ben Kingsley was my last choice.
You're not wrong.
Because, like, no joke, those first couple trailers where it's like him being the Mandarin, I'm like, he's not Chinese, but boy, this is pretty darn cool. And then they're like, psych, his name's Philip or whatever, and he's just kind of a weird actor guy. I'm like,
Yep.
oof, that's rough.
Didn't they try to like walk back on that?
I think so, because I think like the Mandarin, like they had like when he was in prison, someone gave him an orange, and they're like, the Mandarin's coming. I don't think they gave him an orange, but but they did something to be like, ooh, spooky, that type of shit. And
But I thought it was like double psych. I am actually the Mandarin or something like that.
no, because then they had the Mandarin be in Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay.
That's how I understood it. I only like came in like halfway through Shang-Chi, so.
Gotcha.
So yeah, let us know some of your guys' is disappointing. Maybe you're like the whole cast of the Eternals. Like, what were they doing?
Yeah, somebody probably could say that. I read recently how Kumail was like, yeah, I was told I was getting 5 movies, a video game. Like, I was ready to go all in for the next 10 years of my
Yeah.
career. It's like, damn, you kind of feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. And like the black dude, I'm blanking on his name. I like him as an actor. And like like the other actors that were like lesser names, but it's like Angelina Jolie, I don't really feel bad for her. What's she doing? Crying in her pillows of $100
Yeah,
bills?
yeah, for sure.
It's like Selma Hayek, I don't really feel bad for her, but the lesser known actors I do.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the episode.
Let us know, like what books you were really hyped about that you read this week and about the MCU stuff and who you want to see as Batman. Maybe you're like Timothy Chalamet, please.
Terrible choice. All right. Well,
Yeah.
huh?
I don't know. I didn't really have much else to say. I was just gonna like, oh, and maybe you can do this. I don't know.
Okay. We'd love to stay in chat, but Casey has to, give me all the drip for the next match. So we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.